This is the Gnome. Welcome back to Gnome Plays Live. And the thing about Gnome Plays Live is I haven't written a script. I haven't done any sort of prep like that. I just saw a game in my library. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to share that with y'all. I'm going to share a little bit with you. We're going to try this out because I've never done a, hey, let's do this live kind of thing before. So, obviously, I'm not going to have the professionalism that some other people on YouTube might have. But let's quickly talk about Doom, because I'm playing it. I've always loved this game. I remember seeing it in my cousin's house when I was but a wee lad. And it was ground shaking to me. You know, I had seen Super Nintendo. And when I say Super Nintendo, I mean like, because I know this game was on Super Nintendo, but I'd seen like Super Mario World on the Nintendo. Right? I hadn't seen Blood on the Super Nintendo. And I was quickly ushered away as soon as my parents realized what I was watching. And dirty glances were given to my cousin's husband. I look back on it fondly. But I do remember it. I remember most of all, weirdly enough, I remember the dude's face in the bottom middle. And please ignore just the terrible gunmanship that you just saw there. I'm not playing this to show off how good I am at this game. Not at all. I'm here just to have some fun. And I don't know, I remember seeing this game. It was kind of like a guilty thing, right? It always struck me as a guilty thing. And I couldn't wait to play it someday. So once I was old enough to figure out what shareware was and what freeware was, well, I found a copy of Doom 3 or Doom 1 for my aged HP laptop, which I inherited from my brother when he went off to college. And I played this game and was sorely disappointed to find out that unlike Quake 3, which I was quite fond of, it didn't have mouse support. I instantly loved what I played with the arrow keys, but I couldn't get over the fact that I didn't have mouse support. It just bothered me that it handled so sluggishly and that the controls were just so backwards. Right? It was like getting into a Model T. And if you've never driven a Model T, congratulations. They are a pain. And they don't handle like cars do. They've got levers, and you just don't turn a key. You have to go through a lot of different steps that make absolutely no sense whatsoever once you've had a taste of modern control. And that's exactly how Doom 1 felt. The difference between this and a Model T is this is just so much fun. I'm sure there's some Model T enthusiasts out there who just got annoyed, but really, it's 2014. Stop driving your Model T. But don't stop playing your Doom because it's so much fun. It does so many things right. It does level design beautifully. It does sound wonderfully. It knows exactly what it is. And I know I'm supposed to be able to go through there. I just want to point that out. I do know that you're supposed to be able to trigger that. Apparently, I didn't trigger that. Maybe the trigger is right here, huh? Let's find out if that was the trigger. Let's go exploring. Right. Let it be known that the room in the backpack, that little switch you push. Yeah, it's that switch. Okay. So back to my story. Doom is that guilty pleasure game nowadays. Or it has been for me. And when I was trying to play it and I couldn't get mouse support, I was so mad. And I looked forever for variations of the Doom release because it's been released and re-released and re-released, too many times. And it wasn't really until the Xbox 360 came along that a version that really fully supported controller, at least not without mapping something, but something that genuinely had perfect controller support just came along and just felt so wonderful. Now, I never owned a 360, so I didn't really get a fully controller-enabled Doom until BFG. And it's been a love affair ever since. Right? I love being able to just come home, turn on my PlayStation, and get my BFG on, get my Doom on. Because it's a game that has stood the test of time. It's so good. I'm gonna try to find one secret for you here, because I am not going to play past this level. This is really just a test. See if I like the format. See if you like the format. Don't want to waste your time if you don't like it. And so if you open... Okay, so what I just did here is I shot the wall. And because I shot the wall at this precise point, the game said, okay, you can pass through here. I'm not wondering why that matters. Well, it's that thing right there. Except up. I can't point up, but it's right up there. Yeah, that's what we want. That is exactly what we want. Because herein lies one of the great things about Doom. It's the most iconic. Separated it from so many things, other than the fact that it was kind of one of a kind when it came out. I love how much darker it is now. It's about to get more grisly, too. Yeah. Yes! There is just something so wonderful about getting the chainsaw. I don't know how to express it. Nor do I know how to wield it, apparently. I have never gotten this backwards in this level. Here we go. I do apologize, Internet. No, wait. I thought I knew where I was going. Oh, gosh. What? Okay. Now I know where I'm going. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ignore everything that just happened. And instead, focus on this wonderful, blissful chainsawing. Okay. The last bit here, we are going to change back to the shotgun. It's a more reliable weapon. Also about to jump into a room that is relatively full of things. There we go. I was wondering where you were. A little pop-up. I think that's it. I think that's it. Really groovy. Alrighty. Well, hey, you've been a treat to play for tonight. Thank you so much. If you're noticing any difference in sound quality from the last test videos I've done, because... boom stand. Yes, a boom stand. We've also got a pop filter on. So, anyways, the mic is much closer. It's much more convenient for me. Is it perfect? No. No. But we're getting there. And I do appreciate you being around for it to get there. Hopefully